a lot of her clothes were like her fashionable stuff was soaked. Her red bottoms were soaked in water. So Violet went the in, and then come to find out later. Who do you think who's in your mind is a drag race girl that has the best fashion in drag? Who has the best fashion game?
For Drag Race girls?
Yeah.
I'm going to, in this moment, give it to Aquaria. And I know that sounds wild, but I just think that Aquaria is so fucking fat.
I would give it to...
Who do you think it is? Who's the best?
The best, it's a cross between Fame and Violet for me, but for two different reasons. Violet, I feel like Violet has such a fashionable eye, and I love how she curates her looks, and I love how it all works together, and it's just all like so perfectly done, down to the shoes. But also Violet has like a fucking sample shoe size. She can get shoes that a lot of us other can't be wearing.
No, I think she's at the edge. I think Violet's like a size 10. She's like at the edge of having too big a foot.
And Fame just has obviously really dope fashions too. But I guess since I obviously work with Violet way more than Fame, and I've been around Violet and I like seen her stuff. Which, by the way, a little short story. So when we went on the Asia Australia tour of Work the World 2020, right at the beginning, January, February, we were doing something, and we were traveling from one big city in Australia to another big city, and something happened in the truck, but some type of liquid spilled somewhere, and it fell on Violet's suitcase. And then when we got to the next city, she opened a suitcase, and a lot of her clothes were like her fashionable stuff was soaked. Her red bottoms were soaked in water. So Violet went the in, and then come to find out later, nothing spilled. The fucking tech guy was mad at Violet, and he opened a bottle of stuff on her stuff. Yes. Gag, is that crazy?
And just poured it on her belongings?
It was water, but still water damage to her stuff. And she was like, oh no, baby.
I know, that's wild. You cannot, anyone who tours knows you cannot pack stuff away when it's wet. You cannot do that. If it comes out musty, it smells bad. No, that's wild.
Also, at the top of it, so Denali is clearly having a sip of delusion. She's like, I am wearing one of these.
Delusion. Is that a good drag name? What was it? Miss Sippa Delusion.
She's like, I am wearing the best outfit of the night. I was like, okay. Now last week in Watchery, I was like, it was nice. I liked this conceptual, but I was like, it's literally ugly. And now you're talking about it's the best.
No. I did not say it's literally. I said it's fine. She kept acting like no one has ever worn an outfit this. You could never, because I said, Mama, it looks fine. Like, you know what it was for me? They were beads, but they weren't crystal beads. They were plastic beads. And she was like, I'm like, Mama, this is not it's not everything. It looks fine. But not you acting like you just invented the drag. It's not Violet Chachki when she overshadowed me. That was gaggy. When Violet Chachki came out when I went Drag Race, that was a gag. Not this look. It was fine.
I was like, I was like,
Cameron and Violet, I've said it before, were the nicest queens. They stayed behind, made sure I knew every single move. They really spent a lot of time with me when I filled in for you on Work the World. So I'm always grateful to Violet and Cameron for doing that.
I can't believe Violet did that for you. You also said that when you were there, Violet was like, "Oh my God, Bob, I miss you. How are you doing?" You were very shocked by this behavior.
Yeah, I was like, is she gonna hit me? I was like, ah.
I love Violet, Bob.
I love Violet Chachki. Yeah, she's great.
I have to say, I think because it's a thing people don't know. Like, taking care of a Sphinx is such like this like into the unknown. Like, people don't know like what it all means and how it all entails. So I'm gonna start doing more stuff with Colleen on my YouTube.
Monet, you got a cat 2 weeks ago, and now you're the cat lady. Now you're like, mine's about cats. It's about cats. One cat. It's nothing musical. Your musical's called Cat. Not cats. You don't have a house full of Sphinx. You have one cat that you're still on the trial. You still get to take her back at the end of the month if you don't like her.
Also, did I tell you I want to get a black Sphinx as well?
No, you said someone else wanted a black Sphinx. They could be pairs. You said some other Drag Race girl wanted to get a black Sphinx so they could be like buddies or something?
No, Violet, Eugene and Colleen, they're going to be a couple. They're going to start dating on Instagram soon.
Okay, you don't know how Colleen identifies sexually, so don't force her into some heteronormative relationship.
Okay, first of all, you don't know, well, you're assuming Eugene's gender. You don't know what Eugene's gender is.
Well, gender and pronouns aren't the same thing, so maybe you're the one being problematic here.
No, you're being problematic. The hat
Yikes.
on that I don't like.
Because you realize that I call you she and her because you use those pronouns with me, but that doesn't mean you identify as a woman. So maybe you need to consider that gender identity, gender expression, pronouns, and sexuality are not mutually exclusive.
How about you express these nuts on your chin? How about that? And Bob, and you
And,
have got into fist fights with Alaska, with Violet Chachki, with but I'm the one that's always beefing with people.
But our beefs were private backstage. Y'all fighting online. Y'all messy. See,
Well, I will say,
us season 8 and below queens, we are classy. Season 8 and below, we are just classy ladies. Y'all are the bad girls club. 9 and up, y'all are from the bad girls club.
Every argument I've ever had on tour, I have publicly acknowledged. Me and Violet, me and Jinx, we're good now.
Lisa, Mitch, do you know they make the space gray track pads? It's so cute. I just thought I would tell you that. Right. All right.
It's not Apple conventional. You're not Steve Jobs dropping a new. You're not Tim Wozniak being like, we got a new so and so.
First of all, Steve Wozniak. His name is Tim. It's Steve, not Tim Wozniak.
Okay, I'm looking at Tim's dick like you. Okay, sorry, I don't know his home address.
Oh, I would suck that $1 billion. Okay, breaking up a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
So Work the World, Violet Chachki was legendary for y'all, DJ Chachki.
She still does it.
We called her DJ Chachki. She would play her music
So loud.
I mean, blasting. DJ Chachki. It was obnoxious, and people were like, "We don't want to be in the room with her."
Yeah,
because her music is just too loud.
Yeah.
She listens to like EDM. Yeah, it's like deep house. EDM.
It's similar to that song she just released. It's like that.
Yeah. It's very like.
Yeah, it's
words.
It feels very cyclic, so you feel like it's the same song over and over again.
Yeah, you feel like you've been listening to one song for like an hour and a half, and it's like, I'm like, I can't.
And then when so she did this when I was on Work the World, and Kim started blasting for the first time.
Oh yeah, so Kim hates it. And Kim is very passive aggressive. So Kim just starts playing music that she knows she'll hate really loud. Years ago, Sharon Needles, her crown went missing. And then
went missing.
Yeah, it went like she did a gig, wore her crown to the gig, which Alaska used to do that too. I never wore my crown anywhere.
I never wore my crown anywhere.
So the crown was stolen. And then later a picture of Violet before Drag Race wearing the crown posted on her Instagram.
Because did Sharon leave it in Atlanta? Because
someone stole it somewhere near Atlanta.
Or in North Sharon Needles, she got drunk, and she left it at the fucking gig.
Off Blood Orange serve.
Girl.
Anyway, so then Violet took a picture in it, which is supposed to be bad luck, but apparently it's not because Violet's crushing it these days.
That's why you believe in superstition.
I don't. I'm just saying it's a thing people say it's bad luck.
Yeah.
I do think that you and I get significantly harsher critiques for being critical than pretty much any other review show.
This is true. I agree with that.
Because, I mean, I love Violet. Violet is mean. Mean.
Did you say that?
Trixie has had some harsh opinions.
Yes, I do.
All of them.
Yeah.
And I will say when Violet did, everyone was like, well, I think it's also a thing too. I got less critiques when I was doing the pit stop. Than I did on my own show. And I will say the pit stop really filtered out a lot of the things I was saying you've done the pit stop.
Yeah.
If you go too hard,
they're like,
yeah, they'll come in and be like, can you say something nice? And I'll be like, I like her shoe.
This is a story from Work the World. I hope Violet doesn't kill me for saying this. So what happened was I was hosting Work the World, right? And everyone was lined up. And when you host, you say everyone's name. Give it up for Monet Exchange. Give it up for Evie Oddly. Give it up for Plastic Tiara. And we're going down the line, and Valentina and Violet Chachki are standing side by side. So I say, give it up for Valentina. And then I turn to my left, and I just accidentally call Violet Chachki Valentina.
Which isn't that? I mean, yeah.
I said, give it up for, it's VLT. I was like, give it up for Violet Chachki. My bad, girl. And give it up for so-and-so. And then we just go down the line. And then I'm just backstage. This is in San Francisco. This is also when another Drag Race girl, this is not my tea, so I won't spill it, but another Drag Race girl was screaming at a very popular designer about how she heard she was talking shit about her.
Oh, God.
So we were backstage. I'm like, I'm in the green room because when you're the host, you're off and on changing so often. And the other girls are all the way back in the dressing room.
Oh no! What Bob once says that Bob demands having the closest dressing room to the stage. I'm just gonna let the fans know the fucking tea.
Yeah, and also don't forget this tea. I get it every time I ask for it. Don't leave that tea out. Since we dropping tea, let's also drop that little bit of knowledge, honey. Okay. So I'm rushing back and forth, and this is also, when you be on these boss tours, sometimes they be having their buddies and their friends backstage.
I fucking hate
niggas
that
you ain't never
shit.
seen in your life. You be like, who is this bitch? I don't know you. I've never seen you.
I
walk around
hate
like
that.
dick out. Why are you here? You know what I mean?
I hate that.
So it's a bunch of those people back there, and people don't know this. Violet Chachki always walks around backstage wearing
naked.
She wears a gaff, just her junk pulled back.
All her fucking pubic hair is exposed to the world.
Yep. And she wears her heels in this silk like robe. That is all she wears backstage. She gets completely naked except her gaff, her heels, and her robe. And she doesn't tie the robe tight. She lets it fly open.
Girl.
So we see Violet naked all the time. So at this point, I'm backstage getting changed. I'm wearing my just my body, no panties or anything, and my bra. And then Violet walks up to me and she goes, "It's pronounced Violet Chachki."
Oh God,
And
that
she is
sounds like
butt naked.
Violet.
And she's butt naked, holding a plate of orange chicken. And I said, "My bad, girl." And she's like, I'm just saying you only had one job."
Ooh.
And I was like, I said, "It was an accident, girl. You need to like calm down about it." She was, "I'm just saying your job's really fucking easy." So then I got really mad. So then I'm like, "You know what, bitch? How about this? Next time I'll get up on the lyre and do a wobbly ass performance, and then you'll host the show and we'll see whose job is harder." And then Violet goes, and then Violet is like, "Oh my God." And then, at this point, I went 0 to 100. I am like, I will be honest, I escalated first. I am now screaming. I am screaming at Violet Chachki. And people don't realize, Violet's also not short. Violet's probably 6 feet tall. We are nose to nose. If she's butt naked, holding a plate of orange chicken, I'm sitting here in my bra and stockings. There are all these strangers around. And then she goes, "Bob, wow, you're being crazy." And I was like, "Get out of my dressing room, bitch." She goes, "This is the green room." And then she goes, "I'm just trying to eat my chicken." And I looked and I said, "Then go eat your chicken, bitch."
Because it's done. Go have your chicken, bitch, because it's done.
It was literally the "go have your chicken" before "go have your cigarette." I was like, "Then go eat your chicken, bitch." And me and Violet are like, we're obviously cool now, but that was a real kiki.